is now officially 12:04 a.m. on Thursday, May the 11th at
Oh boy.
NPR
Yeah, time
Blerdlines
is
Podcast.
yeah, time is going by really fast. I can't believe it's May already. And amazement like in 2 more weeks. And I'm like 46% finished with my cosplay.
Hmm.
Oh my god, it's so fun. It looks so fast. It really is.
Wow.
Interesting.
This is
Yeah.
this is
Next thing you know, it's going to be Christmas
happy
again.
Happy New Year, Happy 2018. Yeah, that's coming. Yeah.
And hopefully, Orange Darth Vader or Darth Orange is out of the office by then.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
A New Hope, right? Let me stop.
I need hope.
It's gonna take us 19 years to have have some saviors come of age. Let me stop. Let me stop. Deep cut,
Mhm.
deep cut, deep cut. But we're here. It's episode 11.
I
Wow.
can't believe it's episode 11.
Yeah, this is a lot good.
Wow.
Last time we were having a party,
Yeah, party.
and
We celebrate Cancer's party, birthday.
there's one sad note I have to say since then that last episode we talked about going to Champs for lunch, and then I believe Champs as a company was shut down or went bankrupt. So that was my last time going to Champs forever, or our last time going to
That was
Champs.
my first and my last time.
Oh darn!
Yeah, and and those chicken tenders were good.
I know. I'm gonna miss that place. So rest in peace, Champs. I'm sorry things didn't go so well, but had fond memories. Yeah. So moment of silence for
So they're
Champs.
all officially closed down, like not even like a heads up or anything. They just all shut down.
Yeah. There's bankruptcy issues, and I'm not really sure the one here in the area if it was closed down for that too, or it was something else. I read the article, but I'm very tired and I can't think. But uh,
I mean, they
it's
could have what they could have done is like at least had a week to like, oh hey, shutting down, so we're gonna give a bunch of specials and like a last hurrah, basically.
that would have been nice.
Yeah,
Let's
it wasn't nice, and you get food for cheap.
let's see.
Almost it's good for down good cheap food. So yeah.
Okay, so what the email? Okay, so I pulled up the email that was sent to me. It says the new owners of the Champs Kitchen and Bar and Fox and Hound Sports Tavern restaurant chains, which completely restructured the Texas-based company's business model after its bankruptcy auction in the fall, has closed the Champs restaurant in Durham. So there's that. So
Well,
yeah, there's that.
that's what it is.
So so long, Champs. But or
Jesus, it was nice when you walked left it, even though I only been there once. It was nice.
yeah,
That burger was amazing.
I'm gonna do the customary on Google search, uh, and just see what Wikipedia says, and then we can go on to some more things.
Yeah.
Let me see, champs.com. Well, okay, so champs still exists. It's just the one here in the area closed.
Well,
If
that
I'm
because good news, I guess. I mean, it was kind of like hard to think that like all of the champs were closed, but I mean, I guess that's good news in a way because that means that like if we ever travel and happen to go somewhere there's a chance around, we know that we could eat there and we know there's food already. So
That's
I'm
true.
not mad.
No, I'm not mad either. It's just, it's one of those things of life. It's like, okay, yeah, we know. Uh, but hey, it happens. But hey,
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a time machine, we can go back in time and go have some fun. Then please share. But we gotta find more places to hang out at. But anyway, anywho, which in terms of like closures, this is gonna kind of like be a really interesting episode, and we'll see why at the end of the episode, guys. But
Yes,
another
with
another interesting thing found that in Canada, I believe it was Manitoba, Canada, a gentleman was forced to surrender his quote offensive Star Trek license plate, which read, I'm looking for the picture. Wait, I can't find the picture. I was trying to be okay. This is Star Trek inspired license plate said assimilate, and above it it says we are the Borg, a resistance is futile, and then like was it the plate above it is like we are the Borg, resistance is futile. Clearly a Star Trek reference or a sci-fi reference for those who don't know Star Trek, but it's like it's a joke, but it was told that it was offensive, so he had to give up his license plate.
I want to know how they find that offensive. Like who saw that and just felt so deeply hurt? I want to meet that person. I really do because I'm just like how I want to know how they think. I want to understand why they feel this way, why they feel that that's completely offensive.
True, and maybe it's because as I'm reading the definition of how they describe the Borg in this article, it says the Borg are villainous cybernetic organisms who assimilate other societies into their own. Maybe the person felt like, oh, they're not going to assimilate me into their way of life. I don't know. Maybe that's reading too far into it. But it's like it's a joke. Come on, people.
Yeah, that's a joke. And not only that, I mean, it's a license plate. There's nothing like you're not dying from it.
I know. Let's see.
Oh my god,
Uh,
people amazing. I understand why I keep getting shot by the human race whenever I hear like stupid things like this. I should be used to it by now. I should be just like, oh yeah, it's a dumb fuck. The fact that, like they were just privileged enough to um just do whatever the fuck they want to.
sure.
And why I always get shocked, but I always do. I don't. For some reason, I feel that people are smart enough to not stoop down to a certain level of stupidity, but I mean, like the world is proven obviously, and I don't understand why I still have some like just a little bit of hope for the human race. But
Mm,
I mean, I should know not to.
I shouldn't either. But here's the thing that I find interesting in this article. Um, the gentleman says that he received a call from someone at the Manitoba Public Insurance Office who told him that two people called the MPI and complained that his license plate was quote unquote offensive to minorities.
The FBI got involved.
Say it again.
They called the FBI. How petty can you be? Like that's just straight up petty. I bet you that's probably a Star Wars fan that doesn't like Star Trek, and they're like, you know what? Fuck this shit. We're gonna like report this and then bring this person down. I don't understand why people have against Star Trek because I'm a Trekkie myself.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if you can, I mean, I know people can't see the shirt I'm wearing right now, but I'm calling attention to myself from like all groups. So it's like it's R2D2 from Star Trek, but it's a dialect. You know.
yeah.
So and I noticed I noticed this morning, R2D2 is written in Star Trek font, and
hmm
Star Trek is written in Star Wars font. I didn't notice that until today. I like it's a
Yeah.
double, but it's I mean, so they call the Manitoba Public Insurance Office. So these two people say it's offensive to minorities. Is this saying the minorities in the Star Wars community? Now, come on. Star Wars is really big. Come on. If it was a Star Wars fan, they went too far. But, I mean, but also, he said.
No, I actually read that somewhere. I was like, and I remember laughing at it, and I just put it to the back of my head. But now that you mention it again, I think I remember reading that, and I laughed so hard at it. Oh my god!
Because then it also says
to my 40s.
He said that he received a letter telling him to immediately surrender, in quotes, the license plate. Like, really? Y'all that butt hurt? Okay.
I've seen worse things on cars, on license plates. I've seen some straight up racist bullshit on license plates, and no one complains about that. So that's why I go with the theory of that. I swear to God, it's a diehard Star Wars fan, and they got butthurt after seeing that, and decided that they wanted to report it.
But here's the thing I find funny though. There's a poll on this article, and it says 81% of people say that it's no harm, let it be. 3% said absolutely wrong, and 16% said not wrong but iffy. Like, how? Like you said, there are worse license plates out here on cars. Come on.
There's some license plates that are actually just, again, pure racism, pure discriminative, like just everything. People actually, like those little weird puff paints that you can put on your car. During the campaign, I've seen so many like racist bullshit on cars drawn out or written in that type of paint. And I'm just like, okay, but you get mad over Star Trek quote, but you don't get mad over something that's like, straight up racism.
Yeah. Because what they say, land of the free, home of the brave, but yeah. I mean, that was in Canada, so I'm like, oh, if this was in America, it would be worse.
Yeah, and that's also shocking too that it happened in Canada, because I'm not saying that like, oh, Canada is like the answer to everyone's problem. Like, we all need to move to Canada. It's so peaceful up there. But you really don't hear about them doing stupid shit like that. At least like not something on this level. This is so ridiculous.
It is. That and what makes it worse, it said that the end of the article said that he can't appeal it because once what that office says goes, so he can't appeal it. So, and they add the tagline, so yes, resistance is futile. I'm like, that sucks. But but
oh my god, this is why I don't like people. This is why I don't like people.
Yeah, people are weird.
You just always get that one asshole.
It's like, you didn't color in the lines, so I'm going to torment you. Like, come on, people.
Yeah.
But hey, it's all good. It's all good. But with that, let's take a quick break, and we'll come right back with more Blerdlines goodness.
I'm Frankie K.
I'm Chancellor D.
And you're listening to the Blerdlines Podcast.
Okay, we're back. And last week was May the 4th, so I want to wish everyone happy May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. And then there also was Free Comic Book Day, which was May the 6th. Yeah. And it was a lot of fun. I had fun. So, what did you do for Free Comic Book Day?
Free Comic Book Day. Oh yes, first, happy belated May the 4th be with you. Star Wars days every day. But for Free Comic Book Day, I did a real. Say it again.
I see what you did.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Look,
Uh,
look, that's trees. Mm-hmm.
hey, hey,
I see.
see,
Whatever.
I'm also a big Trekkie fan too. See, I can do this for no problem, and I can still love it. So, live long and prosper. I would do live long and prosper all day. So, yes. But yes, for free comic book day, I did a casual Superboy, which was simply Superboy is a casual cosplay anyway. But this a Superboy shirt and jeans, and I kind of called it incognito. So I was wearing a jean jacket, a Superman hat, and I was like, a picture I put on our Instagram page was like incognito Superboy because nobody could tell. And I was like, cool, I'm cosplaying in disguise. But got my free comics.
Yeah. Oh God, I left my books in the car because I was gonna list off the books that I've got. But yeah, for free comic book day, I dressed up as Storm. I wanted to dress up as Starfire, but that required paint, and I heard it was going to rain that day. It turned out that it did not rain, and I was pissed about that because I could have dressed up as Starfire. I went as Storm last year for free comic book day, so but I had so much fun.
Yes.
I got to see my friend Tori. We got to hang out together for the first time in a long time ever since she had her baby. I got to see many new faces, old faces. It was amazing. I had a blast. I did get the new issue of Miss America.
Nice.
So I did get that, and I wish I had the books with me. They're in my car, which is required for me to go outside to get them. But I would list all the books that I've got. But I don't have them in front of me. So, but overall, it was a great day. It was pretty eventful. And Tori and I, we went out in public, besides going to the comic book shops, we actually went to the Boxcar, and it's this arcade slash bar. And we went there in full blown cosplay. People loved it. We got really positive reactions. So, it was great.
Who is Tori cosplaying as?
She was cosplayed as Toy Chica from Five Nights at Freddy.
Oh wow!
I hope I said that right. Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy. It was Five Nights at Freddy.
Yeah, you can't pay me to play that game. I'm sorry.
I never heard of the game until she started cosplaying, and I was like, "What are you supposed to be?" Chica. I'm like, "From what?" And then I actually looked it up, and was like, "Okay, that's a very interesting thing."
Yeah, I've seen a couple of gameplay videos, and usually the jump scare kill at the end makes you like, yeah, no, I'm good, fam.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of horror in general, and so any horror video games, I don't want to play it. I might watch it, but I don't want to play it or anything. I get nightmares.
I'd watch it. I watched one, and I was just like, because it starts out it's like, what if Chuck E. Cheese? I mean, what happens to Chuck E. Cheese at night, and you're the night watchman? That's basically what I was like. Yeah, those animatronic singing animals with the creepy eyes. I'm like,
I can't. I can't have any type of scary image in my head right before bed because I will dream about it and have nightmares all night long.
Yeah, just like we saw Get Out and we saw at night.
Yeah, okay. Get Out wasn't that.
Oh no, it wasn't that.
You jumped, but other than that, it was more so suspenseful than scary. Walking Dead, for instance, people get on me because they're like, "Why have you not watched The Walking Dead yet?" And I watched maybe 5 episodes in total. And after every episode, I would have nightmares. And so I'm just like, I can't do it. I can't. I cannot.
Yeah, same here. Like, I tried when one of the seasons started a few years ago. Like they showed it from the beginning, and I couldn't make it to the first episode with me. I made it, but it was just like okay. Every time something I think something gory was about to happen, I turned away and waited about 30 seconds and came back. And the image that still sits with me is the horse getting shredded in the end of the first episode by the zombies.
I don't
I,
need that in my head.
I didn't describe it how I saw it. I just said that, and I was like, yeah, now I'm good, thank you. Uh-uh.
Yeah, people
That was enough for
literally
me.
just say, "How can you not watch this show like easily?" I don't look at it.
I
It's
mean,
terrifying.
I could watch Talking Dead because they're just talking about the episodes. Like that's interesting. I can like watch that because it's just like a talk show. But
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry if I let it run down. I can't. That's just on some other level. Anything scary or like uber suspenseful. I cannot say that word without tripping over my tongue. But I can't do suspense and horror all that much.
Uh, but you know what's not scary though?
What?
Margin Moon. Let me stop. I had to do it one time. Had to do it one time. Had to do it one time.
Yeah.
Chocolate. But yeah, I don't have my books with me either. But I did because they're in my room. Like I could go get them right now, but I'm lazy. But I did buy the new Teen Titans book, Terror of Trigon, which was
I saw that too, and I was going to get it. Yeah, I saw that, and I was so close to getting it, but I'm broke, and so I told myself like, okay, maybe you need to chill on this spending this weekend. After
yeah.
this weekend, and my pay week isn't until next week. After this weekend, I literally have like $10 in my checking account. Somehow I lost track of my money. I had 150, and then I ended up with $10 after Sunday.
Wow.
Somehow, magically. And so I was just like, I don't know what happened, but my money's gone. I spent it somewhere, mainly on food and booze. But yeah,
I like how you just threw in there
I'm
and booze.
and booze.
Because the other one I got was Superman Earth 1 Volume 3, which was I haven't read it yet, but I got Volume 1 like about a couple years ago, or maybe it was 3 years ago. This like at random, it was like it looks different, it looks unique. I don't know what this is about. It's like a standalone Superman story, which has nothing to do with like New 52 and other things, but I'll try it. And I liked it. And then Volume 2 was good. And then Volume 3 just didn't come out until like a year or 2 years later. So I'm just now going to read it. But one quick side note, and you know about this, but your pop figure love has rubbed off on me.
Yes!
Like,
join the dark side.
Like, like you saw what I bought, but yeah, I bought the Goku riding in Nimbus Cloud from Dragon Ball, and then the Perfect Cell pop figures. And I'm like, I did not need these pop figures. I have been saying for a long time I'm gonna keep the two I had, which is Superman and Darth Vader, that were given to me. And then I saw these two, and I was like, crap. Cell's my favorite Dragon Ball Z villain, and I like Kid Goku in the Nimbus Cloud. Decisions.
Yeah, I need to get the Dragon Ball Z collection. For people that don't know how obsessed I am with Pop Toys, go on my Instagram under Frankie K underscore X9, or no, actually Frankie underscore KX9. I always get it confused. And just scroll through my page and you'll see a wall. I wouldn't say a wall, but basically I just have a bunch of my pop toys stack up like against each other. And yeah, I think in total I have like around 30 ish pop toys.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with them, and I'm rubbing off on Chancellor. So yay!
Did you get all the Cowboy Bebop ones yet, or are you still getting them?
No, I still need Spike and I need Jet, but I got Ed and Faye. So
Okay.
yeah,
Mm.
and I mean, to me, I love doing it because it's like a hunt. It's easy to order them online, but I like hunting for them. It's a fun game for me. So
Mm-hmm. 'Cause I admit nowadays, like I follow the pop figure it's on Twitter account, and they always do like the retweet this to get this, to try and win this thing. I'm like, I don't care if I don't need this. I'm gonna retweet it because it looks cool.
yeah,
So
I
yeah.
completed my Sailor Moon, and I think that's the only collection of pop figures that have completed is Sailor Moon. I still have to complete my Steven Universe, the Fifth Element, of course, Cowboy Bebop. I just found a tracer from Overwatch a few weeks ago, and so that starts off the whole Overwatch collection. And I have like a few Disney pop toys here and there. And I don't plan on collecting all the Disney ones because I don't like every single Disney character.
Mm-hmm.
But I plan on collecting them. They're my thing.
Yeah,
They're my
I
babies.
think I still want the 12th Doctor with guitar one. And the funny thing is, I had it in my hand last year and didn't buy it. I talked myself out of it.
Oh,
I talked myself out of it.
yeah.
It's a hot topic collectible. So anybody listening that finds one and wants to give it to me, I'll be forever grateful. But but I'm also trying to
You
talk
might be
myself
able to
into
find,
say it again.
you might be able to find it online.
Oh, true. I saw it on the Hot Topic website, so I'm like, I might just order it. But
Yeah, just get it. I mean, 'cause I'm not saying that you won't find it in the stores, but it's possible that you won't.
because I'm trying to talk myself into getting the Ahsoka Tano Rebels version pop figure. I'm like, crap. If I get that, then I'm gonna want to get Ezra. I'm gonna want to get Kanan. I'm gonna get Hera, Sabine, Zeb, Chopper. I'm like, I don't have all this money to be spending on pop figures that I'm not gonna touch.
But that's like the beauty of it, though, to keep it in the box. It irks me when people take them out of the box. It bugs me so much because I'm like, no, you keep them in the box. The box is part of the art. It's part of like
So this
don't.
and this reminds me of that Dexter's Laboratory episode where they went to the convention and somebody ripped open a box. And I think one ripped open
Oh,
a box.
I remember that.
Everybody was like, NRFB, never removed from box. And I was like, oh. And yeah, that that Star Trek episode with Dexter. Yeah, that. Yeah. Whew. The away mission at a convention. Yes.
That you know, it's so funny because I look back and think about that episode, and then I'm just like, yeah, that's literally me. That's me in the future, and I just didn't know that. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
NRFB. Oh gosh. For those who hadn't seen it, just look up that phrase in Dexter's Laboratory, and you'll see what we mean. It's Dexter and his friends going to a comic book convention or a sci-fi convention, and it's essentially a Star Trek episode, like a Star Trek away mission. So yeah,
My
and
favorite episode from Dexter Laboratory would always be the episode where he was trying to learn French and it got stuck on that one phrase, and he just kept saying it all day. I'm a
my
du fromage.
gosh,
And isn't it like I like omelets or I love omelets or
It's
something like that in French?
it's like I want or I love cheese omelet or something like that.
Yeah.
That's
Omelette
that.
du fromage. Oh god, that episode was life.
It was sad. That's like the only French phrase I know because of that.
I know we.
Oh yeah, we. But it's like we. But then it's like so you're trying to say bathroom. I'm gonna do fromage. You gotta be shaking. I'm gonna do fromage. Okay, bathroom. You know, I need food. I'm gonna do fromage. You mouth it.
Yeah, ma.
Yeah.
It was funny. It's like the girls were going crazy over him, and then he just went in one of their ears, and he's like, "Omelette du fromage." I'm like, what the hell? Kind of like weird pornography shit is this?
Why? I did see a still from Dexter the other day. There's one where this I guess he hired an assistant who was a stripper apparently.
Mm-hmm.
And he said something like
Oh, yeah.
we can dance. Like we can dance. She's like, it will cost you $50 or something. And he's like, huh? Like what?
Yeah, he hired her to basically replace Dee Dee because he fired Dee Dee because you know how she kept destroying stuff.
Yeah.
I forgot how that episode went. I don't know if he wanted her out or if she was like, screw it. I'm tired of like messing your stuff up. I got better things to do. I forgot what it was. But yeah, he hired a stripper to replace Dee Dee.
Yep.
And was going to train her how to be like Dee Dee.
And
these episodes, when you look back at a lot of these episodes, you're like, oh my god, so many like hidden subliminal messages. It's just so weird.
You know that the show that the king of the is all rock was more life and Ren and Stimpy, like those like the top 2 adult cartoon shows from the 90s.
Yeah.
Rocco, the phone sex hotline. Mr. and Mrs. Big Head having sex.
Oh my god.
Should we go on?
Oh man. But yeah. No, this just in general, when it comes to a lot of the like 90s cartoons, there's just a lot of messages in that were just only for adults. And as a kid, it would just go right over your head. But then when you rewatch it as an adult, you're like, I see what you did there. You're nasty.
Because I think one of my favorite ones is from Animaniacs. It's a Thanksgiving episode, and this hunter is looking for a turkey, and he tells Yakko, "Give me the bird," and Yakko says, "I give you the bird, but the fox sister wouldn't allow it." And I was like, as a kid, I went over my head completely. As an adult, I'm like, yeah, I get it. But yeah, life.
Bye.
But I will say one thing since we mentioned Cowboy Bebop earlier, a quick anime update. I've now watched 5 episodes of Cowboy Bebop. I'm slowly making my way through it.
I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
I admit, it took me like a second, like to watch. I watched the first 2, and first of all, thank you. And I was like, yeah. I watched the first one, and I was like, okay. Watched the second one, I was like, I gotta watch that again. And then I waited a couple weeks. Watched the third one. I think is that when Faye shows up. I think.
I believe so.
Either the third or fourth one, and I was like, you know what? I get it now. It took me to rewatch 3 episodes in a row to where it finally clicked. I know you told me. You told
about it, so.
I like it. It's gonna be one of those shows that I don't want to rush through it because I want to make sure like it's something about 90s anime, at least certain ones like that and Outlaw Star, where it's you really gotta pay attention to the story. Where a lot of stuff nowadays is really fast paced or just faster paced, and you can kind of just go
with the flow.
But these older ones are you gotta take your time. And
because you end up missing something really important, and it'll go over your head.
There's the 5th episode. I was I watched it this past Saturday. I don't remember, but I was kind of tired, and I knew it was something like it took place in a church, and somebody like had trained and had killed this mob or something. So I was like, I gotta watch it again. I just know it was the fifth episode. I know that much, and it's something called I think it was called Broken Angel. I think it's the name of the episode. But I was watching it, and I was like, I fell asleep a little bit, and I was like, I gotta be awake to watch this episode because from the get go, I was like, oh, I'm intrigued. It's just when it slowed down, and I was already tired, so it's like, okay, take your time. But maybe in like a month or so, I'll be on by episode 10 because I'm very slow when I watch anime. I'm very slow. But
Trust me, I'm slow when it comes to anything in general.
like, I somewhat caught up on Super. Like, I was watching it. Like, I started from the beginning. You know, like last episode, we were talking about Super, and I mentioned how like the first few episodes is basically the Battle of Gods movie. Like, I just started skipping. I was like fast forwarding through it. I was like, okay, where is this point? Where is this point? Okay, are they here yet? Are they here yet? Are they here yet? And when you get to the like, ending of the fight in Goku and Beerus, I was like, okay. I mean, it took about 9, maybe 10 episodes for the first movie. So if that's the case, we'll probably have 10 episodes, maybe, or something like that, of the Frieza movie. That's what I'm guessing. I mean, I know I haven't seen it. I know it's already out there. But that's just me guessing. Now, I admit they're funny because they added more jokes to it because it's funny. It's just like slow burn. No. I want to get to the fight when where we're fighting Hit and everything. Like I want to know all what's going on there. Goku Black and all that stuff. I have to catch up, but I'll get there.
Yeah.
But that's my anime update that I'm trying to show. I like it. Steve Bloom was awesome.
I'm happy. I got a lot of things to catch up on, especially with the new episodes of Steven Universe, also the new episodes of Samurai Jack.
Yes,
I need to catch up. Yes. The things that like literally after work I come home, I do my best to go to the gym, and then I come straight back home and work on my cosplay. I don't allow time for any entertainment, and it wears on me a little. So I want to put more effort into actually, you know, educating myself and actually like watching these things because it's things that I want to talk about, especially to other people and fellow nerds. But I don't get a chance to talk about it because I don't get a chance to watch it when I want to.
Same here. Like go ahead.
What was that?
I was gonna
say. Bloopers.
Okay. I was just gonna say like when it comes to like Samurai Jack, I think in terms of actually watching episodes like the new season, I've only like watched like the first two like where I actually really watched it consecutively, and like the third episode aired, we were at the con, and I remember I was like always on the phone during most of it. Then I watched the last half of it, and then since then my DVR has just been building, which for me is great because I'm like I love to binge everything. But then what doesn't help it now is people on Facebook are like, "Did you see what happened? Did you see where he did this?" I was like, man. I'm just like, can I like watch my show in peace without y'all spoiling everything? But yeah.
Social media, bitch. I will say that one thing that I am really into lately, and it's a form of entertainment. There's this app called Webtoon or Webtoons, and they put up it's like an app where a bunch of artists can get on and they have their own comic series or cartoon series, and it's pretty cool. So I've been lately reading this comic this webtoon called Siren's Ligament. And I like the story. Y'all should check it out. It's basically about a girl who ends up like heartbroken because she's in love with this guy. She accidentally falls into the water. The siren comes up and kisses her and turns her into a siren. And so basically the whole entire story is them like they're both half human, half sirens, and they're trying to figure out how to become full human again. And the only way that they can break the curse is by finding someone with a broken heart and kissing them. And so the story just plays around that whole entire like theme. Check it out; it's a really good story, and the app is called Ep.11. And again, the web comic is called Siren Layman. So check it out. And with that being said, we are going to go ahead and take a break, and we're going to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. That movie was beyond this world. No pun intended. Okay, peace.
You're listening to the Blerdlines Podcast. Follow us on Facebook at the Blerdlines Podcast and on Twitter at Blerdlines Pod. And don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube.
And we're back. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. How amazing was it? It was so good. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Because we're going to talk about the movie.
Yes, in great detail.
Yeah, we're going to go into details. So we'll put down the time where you can skip to in the comments below. So you can just skip to that and finish the rest of the episode if you want to. Or if you want to get spoiled, or if you have seen a movie and you just want to listen to what we have to say, that's more than fine.
I just want to, I'm just going to say one thing. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Let me stop.
Oh my god. How adorable was that opening sequence with Baby Groot? Oh my god. He was just chilling. He was just like, yeah, I love that little like face he made when he was just killing it. Like he's like, oh god, I feel it. I feel it in me. I feel it inside me. I'm about to fuck this shit up. And he was just dancing his ass off. It was so cute.
It's so funny, cute, adorable. Like, I think the funny part, when Drax landed next to him on the battlefield and he froze.
Yeah.
And like, I like how they carried it over from the first movie when he's dancing in the pot. And every time Drax would look at him, he would stop moving.
Yeah.
They carried it over from the first movie. Oh my god.
I was put those two together first because at first I'm like, why is he doing that? And I guess they don't want he doesn't want people to see him dancing. I guess.
Yeah.
Is it that?
I think it's that he's being a kid. He's like, I'm being a kid.
Yeah. But I love Baby Groot. Oh my god, Baby Groot was he was the life of the movie. Besides Chris Pratt's abs.
You can have that.
Yeah, he is ripped. Oh my god.
I think my favorite Baby Groot moment of that movie was he's sitting in a chair eating Skittles.
Yeah, that's cute. Also, that part at the end when they show him, he's growing up and he has like a messy room and he's playing video games.
Oh yeah.
And Chris is like, Star-Lord. He's like, yo, clean up this mess, and he's just like, I am Groot. He's like, yo, what's up with the attitude?
I'm like, this is now teenage Groot. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
He's teenager now.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That was hilarious. Oh my god.
And we were on the phone the other night, and I told you like my overall thought, like the one way I look at the movie was Empire Strikes Back meets Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, and like they meshed the two movies together perfectly. So
and then cinematography, and also just like the art direction, CGI, everything in that movie was perfect. It fit so well. Nothing looked out of place like certain movies would. It looked like they literally ripped it out of the comic book and was like, okay, let's put this on screen. That's how every comic book movie should be.
Yeah,
Don't try to do like, this whole bullshit where like, oh, like let's make it look as real as possible, like it's like happening right now. No, I want to see colorful shit like that.
thank you. Like, I think, when I watched that movie, I was like, this is the nerdiest comic book movie, no matter what company you like, DC, Marvel, Valiant,
Mhm.
whatever. It is the nerdiest one because I think when the one thing that has kind of irked me about comic book movies over the last few years is this notion that can we do this thing and will the general public go for it? That's always been that weirdness of like they won't go for it. Will we make money off of it? And I'm like, clearly, if these properties have been around, 40, 60, 70, some odd years, there's something clearly working. But it's been that weird disconnect, especially when the first Guardians came out, and everyone was saying it's not going to work, it's going to suck, and the first movie was like a hit out the park. Everyone was like, oh okay, and then in this movie, it's jam packed full of references to the deep end of the Marvel catalog, like real deep end, where like especially like a lot of the the extra credit scenes, like that was like real deep cut Marvel stuff where it's like if you know what we're showing you right now, congratulations. We're not gonna waste our time trying to like hold your hand
It's
anymore.
yeah. Oh god, I adore what they do with that movie, and that sets the standards for all of the comic book movies. DC could have done something like this, especially if they decided to make a Teen Titans movie.
Yeah.
They could have been making this type of money. I would have loved to see a Teen Titans movie, something similar to that. But they fucked things up, so we probably won't ever get a Teen Titans movie.
See, and as a big DC fans I am, like I have to agree with you. I think what's a negative for DC is yes, it is a negative and a positive. Like yes, the Dark Knight trilogy was good. Well, for me, two of the three were good. The third one I didn't like that much, but um, it that created a standard of saying let's make everything dark and gritty. And if you look at the first Iron Man movie, it has a little bit of dark and gritty, not much, a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just goes its own course. Now, when we look at the Wonder Woman trailer, like there's this article I saw a few days ago. It said Wonder Woman brings the sun to the DC cinematic universe, and I want to laugh.
It looks colorful.
Alright,
It looks so good. I can't wait to see it.
it looks colorful, but if you notice, like you look like the most recent trailer that came out during the MTV Awards the other day, like it looks dark and gritty. Like toward the end of the trailer, it looks dark.
Yeah, towards the when she actually when she goes to London, yeah, it starts to look dark and gritty. But when she's on her own world,
Yeah.
what's it called again? It's actually
Themyscira? Yeah.
yeah, it looks good. Like it doesn't look so depressing, and I
No, it
liked
doesn't.
how I don't know. I can't wait for that movie.
Oh, I can't either. But I know we're talking about Guardians, but I know we're making the comparison. But yeah,
Oh no, it's fine. But yeah, I can't wait for that movie to come out.
but Guardians 2,
Mhm.
my favorite. We just jump around. Let's just jump around. Like
Yeah.
my favorite thing was finally getting to see the Watchers. Like I got so excited. I was like, will they ever show up in the cinematic universe? And then that Stanley cameo where he's like, oh yeah. So before I was interrupted, I was like, it's the Watchers. Oh my god. Then that means they'll be there in the Thanos thing. And oh my god, geek out. Okay, cool.
See, my favorite part of the movie, and it just happened throughout the movie, was like the little jokes here and there, and it kept coming. It's like they never had like a dull moment.
Oh yes.
And I love that. Like, I love a movie that can do that. That they just, it won't bore you to death, no matter what. Because there are plenty of movies that they get you at the very beginning, and then towards the end, you're just like, when is it going to be over? I was like literally like on the tip of my foot throughout the whole entire movie because I'm just like, I want more, I want more. And I was literally going to see it the other day because I wanted to see it again. I really enjoyed that movie. I think my favorite part was when Drax was explaining, who was he talking to about like his wife meeting?
Mantis.
Yeah, and when he was like, it made my groins and gourds.
Oh no! I think he was talking. I think he was talking to Peter. He's talking to Peter.
Yeah, he was talking to Peter, and I died. I was like,
right.
That is perfect. That is perfection right there. But it was just like how casually he said it is what killed me.
Yeah. Speaking of Drax, he had a perfect line that voiced the internet's reaction to when they said that Ego, the living planet, is going to be Peter's father, and everybody's like, no, because it's Jason Spartax. But then it's like, but Ego, the living planet's a planet. He would crush her, and Drax says, "If you're, but how? He would crush her." And I was like, he voiced the internet. Thank you.
Like, that movie was hilarious. I loved it. I can't get enough of it. But oh my god, Yondu. Rest in
peace. Rest in peace, Yondu. Okay, and this is where I said Rafa Khan comes into play. That funeral they had for him, and then they put his body in the incinerator. It reminded me of, for those who haven't seen Rafa Khan, you had several years. That movie came out in the 80s. You had several years to see that movie. But anyway, when Spock dies, because Star Trek Into Darkness redid it where Kirk died, and they flipped the roles, which I ain't gonna talk about that right now because that irked me a little bit because they just rehashed a better movie. But anyway, Spock dies. They send his body down the Genesis planet. It was like the same thing, and I looked at went with my mom to see it, and I said, if somebody comes out here and bagpipes and starts playing All Lang Syne or something, I'm gonna lose it because that was like pretty much the same scene almost. And I was like, if that happens, I'm gonna lose it because what got me was when Peter put the wish troll on the casket.
Yeah.
I was like, man, he put the wish troll.
I was tearing up. I was thankful because I secretly had a thing for him. Like, he's not the best character, but he's one of those anti-heroes. And I liked his character. I liked the role he played. Like, he looks evil, but he's a huge softie on the inside. And his weapon, oh my god.
That I was very happy that they kept him having like the bow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, I was happy that they kept it because I know in the original versions it's like he actually had like an actual bow and arrow, so like they kept the the arrow, not bow. They kept the arrow. And when he got the headpiece that resembled the mohawk, I was like, perfect. You're supposed to have a mohawk, dude.
No, yeah, that's right, because I remember seeing him in comic books and like, the little tiny headpiece that he had before. I'm just like, what the hell?
It's close.
And then when they finally put the mohawk on, I'm like, oh, there we go. It's interesting because my sister made like this reference with him being a dolphin, and that like mohawk that he had kind of resembles a fin. And you know how dolphins, they whistle to communicate, and how he whistled to communicate to his arrow. So I was like, you know what? That's actually a really good concept. So I don't know if like, the character design was behind, based off of that, but I can see it.
I mean, I'm clapping. That's props. I like that.
Yeah.
Um, um, Speaking of, you said jokes. Remember when Nebula kept asking for the fruit and he kept saying it wasn't ripe, and
Yes.
she finally did it. She's like,
Yes.
she's like, oh, it's not right. I was like, we told you.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
God.
like,
I think Drex, he had his moments in the movie, and he just made the movie for the most part.
it. I
To me,
think,
in my opinion,
I think
it just I loved to hear his stupidity. It was funny.
I think what was it when he told Mantis, "You're beautiful on the inside."
Yes.
Like,
Like, he looked like it hurt him to call her beautiful. He was like, "You're beautiful," and then he just like, "God damn, that really hurts." On the inside.
oh, remember when she got hit by the debris? He's like, Mantis, look out! After the fact,
Yeah.
my theater just like roared it down. It's like, man. Uh, how about the moment of the movie when Ego says, "It hurt me to put the tumor in your mother's head"? Ain't everybody gasped like, what?
Oh my God. I was ready to fuck him up for Peter. I was like, let me have him, Peter. No,
Right,
you step back.
dude,
He's a celestial being, so he probably would have done some damage to me.
but, but, but I will say, you know, actually changing like a character's origin, like changing Peter's origin, it doesn't.
Hmm.
It made it less predictable because if they had gone the route of saying, yes, we know he actually comes from royalty and his father's the emperor. If they had done that, we would have known what to expect.
And it wouldn't have been like, there wouldn't have been a lot of action either.
No, it would have just probably been Spartax versus the Sovereign. End of the story, roll credits, and yeah, it was a good filler movie, whatever. But the fact that they changed it and said, Ego, the living planet, is your father. Now, I can maybe see how that's going to play into Infinity War. Especially, yeah, Ego's dead, but maybe Peter could probably still tap into some cosmic source because there was one thing I read a couple of days ago that said, when Ego tapped him and you saw his eyes showing cosmos,
Yeah.
Peter said in eternity, and it could be referencing the character eternity. So if that's like a random throwaway thing, it could just been that. But if Marvel is really trying to set up for something that's going to take us like the year 2040 making movies, I'm here for it.
Yeah, me too. If we continue making movies like this, I'm down. I'm down.
I'm I'm just wondering, once this whole thing with Thanos is over, what do you do now?
I don't know.
Do you just say that was
Well, what would
a
be?
good 10-year run?
I don't know, but what would be interesting is, since we got introduced to his father, what if that wasn't his real father?
Right. Because
And so, then they actually introduced his real father, the Emperor.
they could do that. Volume
They
3.
could do that.
I mean, we already know we're going to get Adam Warlock in the next movie, which he and Adam does play a big role with Gamora and Thanos. Like, because I think my favorite character in the movie who didn't have a lot of screen time was Aisha, just because you didn't know what to expect from her. And then the end of the movie, she's like, "I'm now making Adam," and I'm like, "Oh shoot, you're gonna make Adam Warlock." Because that was that was one like the Easter eggs in the first movie, like in the collector's collection. Adam Warlock's cocoon was in his collection, so it's like, is Adam in there? Is he in there? And then it's like, no, that was just an Easter egg. We're just gonna mess with you. Now they're actually gonna do it. So, So
Again,
so that's changing my theory for Thor Ragnarok, because my theory was maybe by the end of that movie or whatever, we would see the last Infinity Stone. The Soul Gem would be in Hela's domain, and somehow Thor will get it and will be an Infinity Stone on Earth. But I was reading up on Alan Warlock, and that he's given the Soul Gem, and it's his. So I'm thinking, do we wait to see Adam Warlock in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3? Or do they just bring him out in Infinity War Part 1?
that's a good question.
So, see, it's funny. I'm not the biggest Marvel fan, but I know too much. So, just like me not
I'm still brushing up on my knowledge, so I can't really, contribute as much as I want to because I'm still learning, but I know things here.
I'm learning too. I don't know everything. I'm just, what was it? Wikipedia has become my friend this week. Because
Wikipedia becomes everyone's friends whenever like they need something instantly.
But
Wikipedia shit.
I will say this though, playing the soundtrack though, I have been playing that soundtrack on repeat. I ain't gonna lie, I love it.
It's a really good soundtrack. I like the ending credits, how they had like that huge like 70s themes like credit. Oh my god.
Yes.
The direction in that was beyond his word. I'm like, where did y'all come up with that? It looked like a straight up movie poster from the 70s, but just animated.
Mm-hmm.
That was amazing. I loved it.
We forgot David Hasselhoff random cameo.
Oh yeah.
That's so funny. When Ego changed to David Hasselhoff,
yeah.
Like, man, he's like, I tried to pick a form that was perfect for you, and Hasselhoff, I was like, how much money did y'all pay him to come in there and do that? For that quick line.
Probably not much.
No. But that last song on the soundtrack, he sings it. So I'm like, y'all paid him some money to come sing that Guardians Inferno song.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
But yeah, I need to go see this movie again. Like, I need to go have my dose of feels.
Yeah. See, I'm definitely, when I get paid again next week, I'm going to see it in 3D because I didn't get a chance to see it in 3D.
It's worth it.
Yeah, I'm going to see it in 3D next week. And I'm going to sit back and analyze everything and enjoy the living hell out of that movie again, while eating some popcorn and possibly sneaking in a beer and sipping on it. You did not hear that.
Hear what now?
Okay.
Hear what now?
You didn't hear it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I would say, I know some people are on the fence about the movie based on trailers and whatnot, and I get that. Every movie does kind of, the trailers can make or break somebody. But yes,
well, not only that,
watch
so some of the recent behaviors of some of the actors and the things that they've been saying. Zoe, Chris. I love Chris Pratt and I love Zoe Saldana. Like she used to be my favorite actress because I could relate to her. She's also Panamanian. I'm Panamanian. And then she started saying some really stupid things about, I don't consider myself black. Don't look at me black. And then she did that movie, the Nina Simone movie in blackface. And so I'm just like, okay, Zoe, like, you gotta chill. And she chilled for a minute. And then she opened her mouth up again and said something stupid. I'm like, look, I'm just gonna enjoy this movie and forget that you and Chris Pratt said ridiculous, stupid shit before the movie. And I'm just gonna pretend that none of y'all ever said anything so I can love this movie for what it is.
What did Chris do? I knew about her, but what did he do?
He said something about, Trump winning And he was like, well, maybe the reason why he won is because rednecks feel like they need some representation, and he kind of agreed with them, basically. Like, I don't think he agreed with, like, Trump being a president, but he was like, well, rednecks need love too. Something along those lines. And I'm just like, really, Chris? Like, don't defend this. Do not defend that.
Wow. Okay.
So that kind of like changed my view on him a little bit. But I just look at him as Star-Lord now. And, I'm just like, he's not Chris Pratt that said that dumb shit. He's Star-Lord, the egotistical jerk that is very, very sexy. Very sexy with nice abs. And I wish he was shirtless more often throughout the movie. Because a few times I got to see him shirtless. Oh my god. Whew, I'm sweating.
Come down with your friend. Come down.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
God, oh my god, that bod. Okay. I got it out of me.
Right. I will say probably one of my favorite newcomers to the cast is Mantis. Mm-hmm. Just because I liked her role.
Mm-hmm.
And it was funny that she kind of reminds me of a friend of mine a little bit. This by personality a little bit. So I'm watching it, I'm like, you remind me of somebody. It's not like I only met once in person, but it's like, we're Facebook friends. But it's just funny, like, you remind me of somebody I know. Oh, okay. And then it hit me later on. I was like, yep, I know. I know who it is. But it was she was good, and and just the cast of extra characters, and especially I think one of the biggest Easter eggs at the end of the movie was showing the original Guardians group, like the different Ravagers, like Sylvester Stallone's group, like when they all came together at the end, like that was the original Guardians before Star-Lord. Like I didn't know that at first.
It took me a while to realize that was Sylvester Stallone. I saw his face. I was like, him from somewhere. Where is he from? And they showed a close up, and then I'm like, oh, it's him, Rocky. Okay. Mm-hmm. I didn't know it was gonna be in the movie.
Because I didn't either. I think what's interesting whether or not they do something with having this other group, that remains to be seen. But since they kind of like reformed themselves, it's like, could you have a spin-off movie called The Ravagers and it be focused on them? Or
I would be interested in watching that.
Or could you have it like like ABC TV is doing the Inhumans show? Could you pay all of them to have their own show on TV? I'd watch it. Nah, that's just me.
I would too.
But there's a lot to dissect and things. But I would say, just go see the movie. Just go see it. Have fun with your life.
Yes, and go see the movie. I'm going to see it again. I might see it a third time after that too. That's how good it is.
And one thing though, this is probably one of the few MCU movies that follows the previous one without you having to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Doctor Strange, what have you. You don't have to have seen the other things to know what happened, because it feels self-contained. What do you think?
Yeah. Can you repeat that again?
I mean, like this movie feels like self-contained. Like you mean, yes, if you watch things in order, like Doctor Strange, then this, then Thor Ragnarok. But if you go from Guardians 1 to Guardians 2, it follows the first one seamlessly.
It does, and that's what I liked about it too, because it's not they leave like a gap or like any questions. Like it goes straight from the first Guardian of the Galaxy, and them saving the world. And then now this one opening up with what they're doing now that they are guardians of the galaxy. And so they are to defend the universe, basically, the defenders of the universe. So,
Defenders of the
yeah, that's
universe.
like how it followed the first movie. Not many movies that have sequels can transition like that. Usually we have a hard time, like, wait, what's going on? This is also a movie that you could watch without watching the first movie, too. And that's what I liked about it. Because, I mean, yes, it does tie into the first movie. Like, there are some scenes that does tie into the first movie. But you could also watch this movie and just, get a basic understanding of what happened in the first movie.
Right.
And not many movies do that.
And we didn't really talk about this, but I did enjoy seeing the sibling bonding between Gamora and Nebula.
Me too.
Like, you get to see more personality from Nebula of like why she doesn't like Gamora or why she's always trying to fight her sister but won't kill her. And it's going to be real interesting when Thanos shows up in Infinity War how Nebula's going to get along with the Avengers.
Yeah.
Because to see
that is
her,
interesting.
because to see her and let's just say like Black Widow for example, or see her and Tony Stark kind of go at it, that would be interesting.
And Nebula can kick ass too, so that would be really interesting. I can't wait. I'm excited for it.
Because I mean, that movie's gonna be like a lot like big possibilities. Like who's gonna show up? I mean, they have like a cast of like what 60 some odd characters, like main characters or whatever, to pull from. So balancing that in a 2 hour 20 some odd minute movie where everybody has no screen time, like you got Star Lord, Iron Man, Peter Parker. Let's just stop there. I mean, you got those two people. Spider-Man's going to have his movie come July, which was supposed to have been, but
well, I wasn't really that convinced to see it. But did you see the what's his name? I think it's Tom. I know he's in the Spider-Man movie, but him and Zendaya, they were on the lip sync battle, and he did Umbrella from Rihanna, and it was perfect. It was. You have to look at it.
Okay.
That's the only reason why I'm highly considering watching this movie, because I'm like, if Homeboy can dance like that and act like that, it might be a movie that I might be into. That was hilarious. I'll send you a link later. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, please, because I need to see this because I think
he's dressed up in full latex. Doing a choreography from Umbrella, Rihanna's version Umbrella, in latex, wearing booty shorts, and he's wearing like this black bob. It's funny. I'll send it to you, yo. Like that gave me. I watched it twice. I was gonna watch it again, but I had to go back into work for break because my break was over. But yeah.
I need to look this up because my only time seeing Tom Holland was in Civil War.
So, yeah.
So I didn't have a lot to go on of him. So I was like, well, he did a good job in Civil War. Spider-Man was funny in that movie, but
Yeah. Oh my God. After seeing it, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely watching that movie. I think I'm going to spend my money and watch it because, I mean, if he can do that, I want to see what he's going to bring to the movie, basically.
Did you see Civil War by chance?
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
All right. The Spider-Man and Black Panther did steal the show. But
Black Panther did steal the show.
I would say if you get a chance to watch it or if you want to come over here and we'll watch it one day. It's
okay.
It's Civil War was a good adaptation. And, you know,
Hmm.
it's never gonna be. It wasn't perfect, but it was like, you know, I liked it for what it was, and it probably is my favorite Captain America movie, or second favorite. Like I really liked the first Avenger movie from 2011. So for me, it goes Captain America: First Avenger, Civil War, Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
That's me. But anyhow, people, go see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and please,
Yes.
please support Baby Groot in his college fund.
Yes. Yes.
but but there's one thing I did want to say. I didn't mention we were talking about stuff we were watching. This new season of Doctor Who has been fantastic. I actually missed last week's episode because adulting, but I've been enjoying it. Pearl Mackey's doing a great job as Bill, and people should give it a shot. So
Yeah, I need to
that's
watch it.
that's that's it for me for my updates. But is there anything else you want to say about Guardians before we get like our update to the fans and everything?
I believe I got most of it out already. So if I have anything else to say, I'll write an article or something.
Awesome.
Well, with that being said, we do have one major announcement. Blerdlines is going to go on a short break. We're not going away. We're just going to take some time off to figure things out. Basically, we need to get our website running and just, you know, minor things, building our brand type things. And so we figured that we need to take time off just to think over some things and talk about some things.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be about like a month.
Yeah, maybe a month. I mean, we'll still be active on Facebook,
Yeah.
on
On Facebook.
Instagram, Twitter, and I'll be live tweeting shows. Yeah,
Yes.
but
Because we're just taking a short break just so we can figure out how things need to work here.
so it as Frankie said, we're not going away.
We're not going away.
It's we're doing some housekeeping.
Yeah. There you go.
So
Maintenance.
So kids, mom and dad are not going away. We're fine.
I'm nobody's mother. That's so weird. Why would you say something like that?
I had to make a joke now. Come on now.
Yeah, but again, we're not going away. We're just taking maybe a 3-4 week break to do some maintenance on little things to develop our brand as a Blerdlines podcast.
Yes. And follow us on our personal pages too. You want to keep up with us and everything. But yes.
That's also con season, and it's really hard to balance this plus cosplay. It's hard. It's rough, and then it's also I'm still working a regular job, a full-time job, and so doing that cosplay work and the Blerdlines podcast is just literally it's a little draining, but it's gonna slow down soon. I'll actually get the hang of everything eventually. So yeah. Anything else you want to say before we sit?
I feel like I should apologize for my bad joke. I was trying to make something funny.
No, you're. Dude, it's fine.
But no, I was thinking about how I met out of the show how much your mother was like kids. That's what I was thinking about. It's the audience is like, no, don't go away.
It's okay. It's okay.
I know, but no, I know. We know it. We know we have things we need to work on for the show, and it will make things better, and
it'll help you run smoothly.
Yes, because it will line things up a lot smoother for us to take over the world. Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Taking over the world.
Well, that being said, hope you all have enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you next time on the Blerdlines Podcast.
Goodbye. So long. Farewell.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Oh no, I don't want to say goodbye because we're not leaving permanently. We'll be back.
Because in the meantime, Majin Buu will take over the show. Eat chocolate.
Okay.
Or Emperor Palpatine will rule the show. No, either one of you. No. No.
No, one of us are gonna do any of that. It's our show. Y'all gotta stay over there. I don't know why we even gave y'all a cameo in the first place, because now y'all think that y'all gotta pop up every time we're doing it.
No.
Stay over there, okay?
No. Frankie, no.
Okay?
No. My show.
No, not your show.
My show.
No, not your show.
No.
No.
Chocolate.
No chocolate either.
Chocolate. No.
Bye, guys. We'll see y'all in like the next 4 weeks or so. Okay?
Bye, y'all.